Welcome to the Lifestyle Medicine Update. I'm Dr. James Meschino. As reported in the American Heart Association journal Circulation in February of 2021, 3 large studies found that caffeinated coffee consumption is strongly associated with a significant decreased risk of developing congestive heart failure. Now, congestive heart failure is the leading cause of hospital admissions in people over the age of 65 in this part of the world. Now, each of these 3 studies included at least 10 years of follow-up, and collectively they provided information on more than 21,000 U.S. adults. So the analysis revealed the following. In the Framingham Heart Study, the risk of heart failure over the course of decades decreased by 5 to 12% per cup of coffee per day compared with no coffee consumption. In the atherosclerosis risk in the community study, the risk of heart failure was about 30% lower in people who drank at least 2 cups of caffeinated coffee a day. Now, drinking decaffeinated coffee appeared to have the opposite effect on heart failure risk, significantly increasing the risk of heart failure in the Framingham Heart Study. But in the cardiovascular health study, there was no increase or decreased risk when people drank decaffeinated coffee. It appears that decaffeinated coffee doesn't really increase risk, we don't think, but caffeinated coffee seems to decrease risk. When the researchers examined this further, they found that caffeine consumption from any source appeared to be associated with a decreased risk of heart failure, and caffeine was at least part of the reason for the apparent benefit from drinking caffeinated coffee. So to summarize, it appears that the caffeine in coffee has the protective effect. This, of course, is contrary to the widely held belief that coffee is bad for your health and bad for your heart. As well, these studies showed that having this much coffee did not increase blood pressure or heart palpitations when it was consumed regularly. So according to the federal dietary guidelines in the United States, 3 to 5 8-ounce cups of coffee per day can be part of a healthy diet, but that only refers to plain black coffee. The American Heart Association warns that popular coffee-based drinks like lattes and macchiatos are very high in calories, added sugar, and saturated fat. And these things have, detrimental effects. In addition, despite its benefits, research has shown that caffeine can also be dangerous if it's consumed in excess. Additionally, children should avoid caffeine. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that in general, kids avoid beverages with caffeine. Tell that to many of my neighbors in the Italian neighborhood that I grew up in. Other research has shown that drinking 2 to 4 cups of coffee per day is associated with decreased chronic liver disease and colon cancer risk. So chronic liver disease is the 11th leading cause of death in the United States, and colon cancer is the 2nd leading cause of cancer death in this part of the world. Coffee contains several bioactive compounds that are shown to support liver health and block key steps in colon cancer development. And one of these nutrients appears to be caffeine itself. So if you like coffee and it doesn't bother you, you don't end up with insomnia and severe jitters, then drinking 2 to 4 cups of caffeinated coffee per day may be one more health-promoting strategy to consider. On the other hand, if caffeine does bother you, know that there are many other ways to reduce your risk of congestive heart failure, liver disease, and colon cancer. Drinking coffee is not an essential aspect of longevity and heart health. In fact, recent studies have shown that supplementation with coenzyme Q10 and the herb Hawthorn are emerging as important strategies to help reduce risk of congestive heart failure after the age of 45 or 50. And this is because our bodies make less coenzyme Q10 as we age, and CoQ10 is required for the heart muscle to convert food into energy. Thus, the age-related decline in coenzyme Q10 synthesis results in a weaker heart pump, even in highly fit individuals, which is a main contributing factor in the development of congestive heart failure. And the herb Hawthorn works synergistically with coenzyme Q10 to boost energy production in the heart muscle as we age, helping to prevent age-related weakness of the heart muscle itself. So to sum up, there's no need to feel guilty about having some caffeinated black coffee each day if you like it. And if you're over the age of 45, then you might want to consider taking a supplement each day that contains coenzyme Q10 and Hawthorn to help further guard against your heart muscle getting weaker as you age. This is something that I do personally. So I've included the references for this information in the text below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.